on 20 of our top healthy habits that we implement into our life and into our weeks every single week. I hope they provide some value to you. I know they've really transformed my life, for sure Andrew's life.
I will say, honestly, yeah, Kate has brought an abundance of health and discipline to my life.
What you do every single day is ultimately what your health represents. And so if you are making active choices, even if they're small things that positively influence your health, over time those daily things become habits, and your habits really are what create a positive health or a negative health, whether or not you're living with chronic disease and health issues, or if you're living a vibrant and full and just wonderful life because you feel good, you are able to move your body well, You're fueling your body well, right? You're able to engage in all of the activities that you want to because you've made healthy choices. Without further ado, let's jump on in. Tip number 1 is the whole foods first philosophy.
This is probably my least favorite, but probably the most impactful tip that we've established, at least for me.
The whole foods first philosophy is the idea that you have to eat something, a whole food, a whole fruit, a whole vegetable, a salad, something that literally has one ingredient that comes from the earth. You have to eat that before you engage in eating something like a pizza or something that's less healthy and doesn't have a lot of nutritional benefit. So usually this plays out with Andrew maybe wanting pizza.
If I ever want like a piece of pizza, I have to have a salad or like something whole vegetable or fruit before I eat that.
The reason I think this idea is so powerful is that it doesn't take away or limit your ability to eat any kind of foods. Sometimes things become a little more enticing if you have just said, I can't have them. So by engaging in eating a whole food or a healthy food first, you are opening yourself up to a diet of abundance, not of restriction. So yeah, the idea would just be to fill up on a healthy whole food first before engaging in eating something less healthy. Tip number 2 is to develop a skincare routine that fits your skin type and your lifestyle. I had terrible skin growing up. I had just awful acne, and I used to blame it on my training. I was a gymnast for a really long time. So I always just thought, oh, I'm spending so much time in the gym, I'm sweating so much, and I'm still red, angry bumps all over my face. And I just used to be so self-conscious about my skin and wanting to even wear makeup to the gym where you're sweating, and it's just this vicious cycle. Now I'm in my later 20s and I'm realizing the importance of proactively protecting your skin. And so I can do a whole different video on what my skincare routine is, but I've been really diligent about doing a morning skincare routine and then a night skincare routine. And I can see the difference in my skin. It looks healthier, it looks more vibrant. And yeah, you just look younger and healthier.
Oh yeah, that's how I keep my face looking so young.
Okay, tip number 3 is a probiotic in the morning. There are lots of different types and varieties of probiotics. I typically gravitate towards ones that are either you can dissolve in a glass of water, which is what I actually do most mornings. I like that because I really struggle with hydration, and I'm not a natural, I want to drink water first thing in the morning kind of person. And so by adding it to a water, it's just a really good incentive for me to not only get my probiotic in, but also get my hydration in first thing in the morning. A probiotic is really good for your gut health, for developing a proper and healthy microflora or gut flora within your belly. And so making sure that you're able to digest your food, it's really important for your immune system. About 80% of your immune cells lie within your gut. So especially during a time like we're experiencing right now, you really want to make sure that you're doing your best to have proper gut function and good gut health. Tip number 4 is for breakfast to do either plain fruit or a smoothie. Juice and smoothies are really easy on your digestion because they're already blended in liquid form, so your gut doesn't have to do a lot of work to get the nutrients out from what you're consuming. Tip number 5 is diverse but daily movement.
Diverse and daily movement. That double D, super important. I think this has been something that has been kept the sanity of our marriage and our household.
You get into this mindset of like, we have to go hard or do nothing at all. And there are days that I wake up with so much energy that anything short of an hour, hour and a half intense workout is not going to satisfy me. I've always been high energy, and I know those days when I wake up and I'm like, I want to run or I want to do a really intense HIIT type of session. And then there are days that my body seriously needs recovery. And that's true for everybody. Everybody needs time to allow their body to rest, to recover from an intense workout session. However, resting does not mean straight up sitting on your couch for 18 hours and then going to bed. That is as equally unhealthy for your body as doing these intense workout sessions with no breaks. So usually on a day that I'm finding I really need to rest and recover, even if I truly feel like not moving off my couch, I will encourage myself to get in a light stretching session, some foam rolling. Maybe we'll take our dog for a walk around the block, or we'll go to the beach and just kind of walk up and down. Very, very gentle, but your body does need that movement. It doesn't have to be super intense or completely nothing at all. Tip number 6, blue light glasses. You can check them out. What these do is they reduce your eye strain when you're looking at an electronic. So if you are prone to headaches or migraines from being on a screen too much, these can really help release that tension. Secondly, we always wear them at night because they filter out the blue light from the technology that you're watching. And what that does is blue light will disrupt your melatonin production, which is your sleep hormone. So if you're on screens late at night and you're not wearing blue light glasses, chances are much more likely that you are going to have a difficult time falling asleep that night because it disrupts your circadian rhythm.
Actually, I think some prescription companies will actually have the same technology in prescription lenses too, so you can look into that if you actually wear corrective lenses at all.
Tip number 7 is no electronics in the bedroom. So 2018, January, our New Year's resolution was to get all electronics out of the bedroom. I know. We even have a battery-powered alarm.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy, right? Number 8 is to open your windows every day. There are so many different pollutants in your house, and that the fastest and easiest way to get them out of your house is to open a window. That opening your windows for even 5 to 10 minutes a day makes a significant impact in the air quality within your home.
That to note too, you need to open 2 windows, not just one. You want that cross breeze, so you need to give air access to go out to. So technical readout and a technical way to do that. Don't just open one window. Find a window on opposite ends of the room or even opposite ends of the house. Let that air have a current to pass through.
Good point. Tip number 9, raw veggies for lunch. I always find that I crave more starchy home-cooked meals at the end of the day, so I like to use lunch as my opportunity to eat a big salad. Tip number 10 is non-toxic personal care products. The average woman puts on a ridiculous number of chemicals every day. If you're adding up the shampoo, the conditioners, the toothpaste, the deodorants, the lotions, the perfumes, they all have a toxic load to them that is actually measurable with blood levels. So for me, I have switched out almost all of my products at this point in time. Tip number 11 is switching out for non-toxic cleaning products. We have found brands that work a lot better than others. For example, I have fallen in love with Branch Basics. It has completely revolutionized almost every product that I have used because it replaces about every product that you own. We have a dog that has some health issues and he is constantly on the floor licking things, rolling around on it. Pads are able to absorb a lot of toxins. A lot of times you think, oh, I don't eat my personal care products or I don't eat my cleaning products. You have to think about how you are actually consuming them, or your pets or your kids might be consuming them. And also your skin is your largest organ. So if you're touching it, it can be into your bloodstream within as quick as 10 seconds. So just making sure that your laundry detergents, your dish detergents, your cleaning supplies are all clean enough that you recognize the ingredients.
Tip number 12 is reading every day. It's a great way to kind of keep your mind active, to stay off screens. We're big fans of not reading on like a tablet or even on the Kindle, but on a tangible book and turning and dog-earing those pages. Love
Library cards. Number 13 is to replace all of the plastic that you can. Plastic doesn't ever fully break down. It gets smaller and smaller and becomes what's called a microplastic. And we are finding these microplastics in so many of our personal care products and in our food supplies now. The average person is eating a credit card worth of plastic every single week.
Oh,
isn't that crazy?
That's wild.
There are components of plastic that you might have known the names of, like a phthalate or BPA, that can also break down and leach into your food, specifically when you heat them up.
Tip number 14, daily quiet time. This is really important because getting your mind right sets the tone for the rest of your day, right? It's an opportunity for you to set expectations, 1, and 2, to set your intention for the day.
Tip number 15 is to honor your cravings. It is not a bad thing to have cravings, and sometimes it can do more harm than good to totally ignore the fact that your body or you just genuinely want something. There are healthier ways to make almost anything. So if you're craving candy or chocolate or pizza or burgers, you can make healthier versions. And yes, they may not be the exact same, but you can often satisfy a craving with a healthier version of something. Tip number 16, very similar, but it's to keep the bad foods out of the house. There are foods that sound good, and if they're in my house, I am easily, without question, going to go for the chips or the candy before I go for my healthy salads. And sometimes it's not even a matter of cravings, it's just that it's there. So I always know that I have a true craving and I really want something if I'm willing to go walk to get my ice cream, or I'm willing to take the time to bake the cookies, clean up the mess, and wait the 45 minutes it would take me to bake my cookies.
You clean up your cookie mess?
I bake them. Tip 17, get outside every day.
Woo!
Even in the winter.
Even in the winter.
Tip 18 is to clean daily. Just making sure little things are put away each day before you leave a room or before you leave for work or before you go to bed. Just little acts of tidying up, I think, really clears my mind. And when I have a clear mind, I'm able to focus and I'm more task and more goal oriented. And on a second note, I think when you have a cluttered house, it lends itself to make excuses. Oh, I can't make dinner tonight because all of the dishes are in my sink. Oh, I can't work out today because I need to pick up X, Y, and Z. Tip 19, it is the most cliche tip you've ever heard on a list of healthy habits.
I like cliche tips.
Stay hydrated, friends.
Woo-hoo!
Number 20, it is a philosophy we have in our life. The philosophy is some is always better than none when it comes to motivation. Some days you just don't feel like doing anything, but it's always better to do something than nothing.
Well, that's just simply, making some small strides instead of maybe you want to go for a 5-mile run, but you just woke up and just had no motivation. Getting out and doing a 5 or 10 minute walk or a light jog is still better than doing nothing.
It's not worth it to just eat crap for dinner because you ate crap for breakfast and lunch. You want to make sure that you can at least eat a salad to offset the non-nutritious breakfast and lunch that you ate. Obviously, sometimes it's completely unavoidable. You're stuck at an airport, you're out on town, you're out with friends, you're on vacation. There are things that just can't be avoided, but just make good choices when you can. I hope these tips were helpful for you in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
They have definitely been impactful in our life. And if you'd like
Me
to see
more so than her, we already established.
If you'd like to see more videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and we'll see you next week with another video.